Alrighty. I'll do the fish. We gotta wait a second here. Oh, I know what I can do. I can start. Final price. Like the one you want to build? I see. You know, at least you have somewhat of a target. By the time you can actually buy and build it, you'll have like you'll need different components. But it's kind of like, is that that's the bar you're setting, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I don't know, like it feels like people like the 1500 USD mark for PCs. They feel like that's the spot where you get the most kind of bang for buck. Or like what? Oh wow, that was crit. You kidding me? There we go. Holy. I've been watching more comparison vids. The better price does very well. Again, I don't think you want to spend too much time right now because it's a moving goalpost by the time you actually build your PC. I'm like all about you getting ahead of it though. Like kind of like learning terminology and getting like all that stuff kind of sorted early. That's really cool. I would caution against like getting too sort of what call it, like too held up on like the specific specs you want. And you should really like go like think about, okay, maybe like I don't know how, like if you really want to like do good research, is actually like I think the first thing you want to be doing is actually figuring out how much are you able to earn. Money wise, I think what you should be focusing on right now is what is your actual budget. What are you comfortable paying? And this in and you like and then set like give you like that's the main thing is like how much money are you willing to spend? Are you willing to like push into the 1500 range? 1500 2000 range if like depending on how long it takes. And stuff like that. Like how much are you willing to spend? Like you have to equate it to time, right? Like how much time are you willing to sink into this PC? It's the same thing I had to figure out is like how much of my work time am I sinking into my car? And I was like 1 year's worth is okay. And I made that choice. Do you think you want to save some extra cash from like a summer job or something? And all that stuff? Spend as much as you need for the parts. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to give yourself a sort of budget. So then you can choose what type of parts once you get to the point where you can buy. You know, right? Like, all of this stuff that you're researching now is going to be irrelevant by the time you actually get the money. Because it's going to be like at least a year or two out. Right? So by the time you get that money, it's going to be like the specific parts or whatever, the prices are going to change and all that stuff is going to be different. Right? So that research, like that type of research is not super relevant other than like, you know, kind of gauging like performance-ish or even like it's not super important. What you really want to do is prioritize like how much money are you willing to spend? Is 1500 the right amount? Do you want to go push to 2000? So you can get a more like longer lasting PC that you can have like higher settings for longer. Or like potentially like, you know, like future quote unquote future proof. I hate that word, but but I think the main thing is figuring out that budget, and the closer you get, the budget can also change, right? Like how much with inflation in a couple of years things are going to be more expensive as well, so then you're going to have to like put the same performance-ish level, it might cost more. So a lot of it is like kind of like setting a sort of, the only thing you could do is like, because the way I was doing it when I was like planning for PC was like, okay, I was gonna get baller but not like too crazy. So so when I first got my PC it was like a 1080 Ti, 1080 Ti and a Ryzen 1800X, and that was like top of the line for consumers. I didn't go into like the enthusiast market too much, or the creator market, and I didn't go for like the Titan class GPUs, which is like another huge step up. But I told myself that's the level I wanted to be, and that's another way to do it. Like, what class of processor GPU do you want, and then go backwards from there. Like, in my mind, I was willing to pay whatever, which is kind of, I guess, like your like how you're thinking. But it's like I was willing to pay whatever as long as I hit that standard of, so like just one step down on the GPU, and like the highest that the consumer grade stuff can be on the CPU. Once I knew that, then spit out a price, and I was like, okay, then I know this summer I need to do that. Or how much money is going to go into it. They might go up. Well, GPUs are dropping in price right now. I mean, by the time, the thing is, a year or two from now, the things that are going to be in the used market are going to be different. You know what I mean? Like, people are, especially 3 years from now, that's going to be the next generation. And then you're going to be a generation up. You're not going to still be looking for a 3060 or like an A770 at that point, right? So maybe splurge a bit more and get a well-paying job. What are my specs now? Yeah, I mentioned this before. I have a 5950X with a 5090, 64 gigs of RAM. I think that's all the relevant specs. You gonna build and splurge? Yeah, that's doable. The only thing is, you still lose money doing that. I'm not trying to push you in one way or the other. It's still a good choice because, like, you're on AMD processor, which means that your motherboard can be has an upgrade path for like a better CPU. Although you're kind of screwed a little bit because you're on a previous gen. So then the best you can do is another like higher end same gen, same generation, because you're already in the 5000 series. So that's not. So you might want to actually. It's more likely by the time you actually build it, you won't be using a 5000 series. You'll probably be in the 7000 series for used processors. In which case, your motherboard will be actually in a better spot because you can upgrade into the 9000, whatever the next series is going to be, 10,000 series. 10,000 series processor, so you'll have a better upgrade path there. The only thing is, I also did this. Well, I didn't start low. I start pretty high, but then over time I did upgrade my computer. I started with an 1800X. It was the same computer. I still have the same case and everything from when I got my first computer. I just upgraded the processor and stuff to it as time went on. Wild, yeah. Yeah, really like hone in on like how much you're willing to spend, or what level of performance you want to be getting. You want the 4070 series, like the 70 series type performance, like kind of mid-high, or do you want to do like mid-low, like 4060 Ti range? 60 series ones. What you plan to do with it as well is another thing. Like, are you gonna be streaming? Is that what you want to be doing? That might influence a bit of your choice, though. These days with GPU encoding, and probably nothing really changes. Yeah, I think 1500 max. Yeah, as long as you think like that's good. You can work within that budget, and you know how much you need to like work, how much work you need to do. レストランで牛肉が提供されてるって話や、ティーカップが出土したって話は密輸品をめぐる噂から生まれたんだろう。だが実際に密輸されていたのはナタの古代遺跡で見つかった。Unfortunately, that's quite a budget build at this point. いずれにせよ被害に遭った竜はいないってことだ。 Part of me thinks that if you want something in the shorter term, or not even like super short term either, because there might be a what's it called it? There might be a an argument to get console, like a used console. Because if I remember correctly, the used like a console level graphics is not bad. Yeah, because it's the PS5 GPU is about a 3070, but it's way cheaper. If you just want a game, and you can still stream on console, but like I mean, a lot of like indie games nowadays are also on console as well, so like the value proposition is quite good for consoles, which is I didn't think that was gonna be the case. It used to be like consoles were super behind and on price to performance usually. But yeah, the problem is like you'd have to pay more to get more performance. Like even right now you're paying more to get 3060 levels of performance. So you're paying 1,500 for for performance that's worse than PS5. How much is a PS5 used right now? And if you really want to like stream or whatever, then you can also like get a whatchamacallit, a capture card for your PC and that'll work. I mean, you have to have enough performance to not hit the FPS limit in the first place. Plus, on PS5 and like the new Xbox One series, there is variable refresh rate. They support high frame rate now. So so you can still go above 60 FPS as long as you have a compatible monitor. I guess it really comes down to what games are like PC exclusive that you really want to be playing. Otherwise, used console is pretty good value. Oh, Fontaine does have a lot of laws. He went to jail for that. But you have plenty of time to decide. Although to be fair, if you do the console route, you can probably get it like if you like tell your parents or whatever to pool birthday money, Christmas money, you can get it within like a year or two. Whereas the PC is definitely like a year or two out at the very least. 1,000 worth every other year, but no, consoles don't come out every other year though. To be fair, we're getting towards the tail end of this generation. So there is that. But usually they last, what, 8 years? How long was the PS4 out? PS4 release date. Alright, PS4 release date. 2013, and then PS5 was... 2020. It was 7 years. PS5 was 2020, which means we're another 2. Yeah, you're right. 2-3 years. I mean, if it's short, the PS4, then maybe. PS3 release date was 2006. Yeah, about 7 to 8 years. In 2025, you get another 3 years out. And you'll get to use it earlier. That's another thing. Like right now, like what's your prediction? Like you'll probably like be able to start earning money in cash and actually build your PC 2 years from now. All your friends have played these. How are you getting the income though? You have to wait until you can actually legally work. Yeah, but consider it, the console versus PC gap has shrunk significantly, especially now that Discord's available on console as well. What the heck? What the heck was that? Oh, Mao. Fantasy Land. Yeah, I think people generally, I don't know how the part prices in Australia are, but generally I think people think at least like 1,000 USD as like a good starting point. But I think that's more for new parts, but you can also think about it, if you spend 1,000 USD for used parts, then you're getting a pretty baller piece, like a pretty okay, like an even higher end PC compared to buying brand new everywhere. Life savings again. Yeah, so you're there. I think people actually like prefer 1500, but like actually at this point this is outdated, because it was like 4 or 5 years ago when they said this, and nowadays the PC prices are so much higher. So I imagine it's actually closer to 2K nowadays, as sad as it is to say. People like were saying 1500 before for like mid-range, mid-high range, so that you're actually getting like significantly better experience compared to console. So it's actually worth it. Lower than that, you're getting pretty much the console, like, you don't get a huge amount of difference between console and PC. Once you get to the 1,000 mark, that's where like, oh, it's kind of... Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you've been doing the research. 12,000? 12,000? Damn. The highest end PC I see is like 7k. Well, I think you can get better, like even better, but like it's already like fully water cooled, hard line tube, hard tubing. You can go custom and have everything painted, and then it becomes more insane. But hey, Navia's here as well. Let's go. Yeah, but you can only get there with multiple 5090s, but who needs multiple 5090s unless you're working on AI stuff? Really? SLI is not really supported. It's not supported anymore, so it's like it does nothing for gaming. Currently, the consumer side, if you're not doing like Threadripper, like you can get pretty expensive if you go Threadripper, which is like poor, like business grade kind of is what you say. I'd say where you have like 90 something cores, up to 90 something cores. Like, you're heading into like the 100 core territory. Whereas like consumer side, you're maxed out at we're currently maxed out at 16 cores. 9950. 3D. Oh. 教養のある汝には Water cooling probably. Probably not though if it's like business. Usually they don't go with the they usually don't go with the water cooling because it's hard to maintain, so it's unlikely. きっと大げさな名前をつけるのが好きなのよ。一晩で設営が完了したのはひとえに Usually just go with your air. It's easier to service and change out parts and all that. If you get a leak in it's like pretty catastrophic in your loop. Oh my god. Vampire unaccepted. イベントの詳細はまだ話してないだろうから、代わりに説明させてもらうね。簡単に言えば、シュバルマラン AA ランドはレピーヌ・ポーリーンの発想と技術サポートの下で開かれる同好会みたいなイベントよ。テイワットの AA ファンなら誰でも大歓迎。え？シュバルマラン？シュバルマラン。シュバルマラン夫人のことですよ。Who's that? Bruce? 長きにわたる努力とお願いの甲斐あって、やっとフリーナ様のご友人であるシュバルマラン She's so excited about this. シュバルマラン I need a Bowser. I don't even know what you're referring to. 同時に夫人の人気アップにも貢献する。まさにウィンウィンの企画。なるほど。いろいろ勉強したみたいだな。ところで、お前は AA 技術の研究に方向転換したのか？完全にとは言えませんが、実は以前作ったサンプルレンズがたまたまある撮影家の目に留まって最先端の AA 撮影に使われ、それをきっかけに AA 設備や道具の製作にも関わるようになったのです。我らがエンジニアを甘く見ないで。今回のイベントのトップ技術者なんだから。スピナディロースらは主にイベントの運営や管理を担ってるの。審査が通れば誰でもブースを出してアイデアを形にできるのよ。レピーヌ・ポーリーンと私がそれぞれ技術面と運営面でサポートするから。旅人、ここまで聞いてどう思う？
収益も見込めるし、あんたの協力があればきっとさらに大盛り上がりよ。グルメ系 AA に出てくる
I mean, we will.
超豪華なご飯も欲しいぜ。
Pixelated yellow thing. Oh, that's the companion of this character of Kinich. Might have been. 5950X. The same. It's in the same generation as the CPU as that you think that you wanted. Scoffier is here.
次に食材の量を間違えたらまな板の上に乗るのはあなたよ。お忙しいようで。
アハウにぴったりの
Remember? No, that's alright.
おい、何企んでやがる。
お嬢様、お話中失礼します。
Demoiselle.
ちょっと見ていただきたいものが。
じゃあごめん。私はこれで自由に見て回って。
Actually, one of his, like, it's not companion. It's more like they made a contract. The Dragon Lord is, the dragon thing is wants him dead, and once the contract's over, he's gonna destroy the world or whatever. Pretty insane stuff.
取り立てのお野菜の鮮度くらいレベルの高い新人が来るといいんだけど。
Yikes. Roasted in front of them.
厳しすぎると思わないでちょうだい。もしこんなひどい料理を出したら
Thinking about pulling for Escoffier, but I don't have any more. I'm on hard pity already.
銃を取りに戻ってくるお客さんよ。きっと今度は弾を持って仕返しに来るわよ。すごいお客さんだな。なんだよその反応。まさか本当にそんなお客さんがいたのか。
いえ、ただふと思い出して、確かにこの辺りで銃の落とし物があったんです。設営前、会場内を片付けていたスタッフが変わった箱を見つけたんです。しかも暗証番号付きの鍵までかかってて、見た感じはフォンテーヌで作られたものではなさそうで、
That Lenny's vibe.
どちらかといえばナタっぽかったのですが。
Whatever that means.
観光客が落としたのか。
最初は私もそう思っていたのですが、板や石が積まれた中に埋もれていたところからすると、誰かがわざと隠したようにも思えて。でもあれこれ推測しても始まりませんし、専門機関に渡すべきだと判断し、わざわざパレメルモニアまで届けてきました。すっかり疲れちゃいましたよ。
パレメルモニアの人はい
つも通りですよ。簡単なことを難しくしちゃって、箱の中身を確認もしないまま落とし物の知らせを誰が書くか議論が
Right,
始
the
まりまし
lost
た。
and found knows this, damn.
幸い制度の
Everybody
警官が
hates
すぐに
bureaucracy, that's for sure.
危険物が入っているかもしれないから。
でマレショーセファントムを呼んできて箱の鍵を開けてくれましたけど、そうしたらなんと銃が入っていたんです。
I like the enthusiasm from her. I imagine it can get a little bit grating eventually, but I'm liking it so far.
そういえばキリニチさんはナタのご出身ですもんね。銃には詳しいんですか。
仕事柄武器には多少興味があるんだ。
俺がやったおもちゃにもう飽きたのか。これだからお子様は困るんだよ。
ああ、とっくに飽きた。
だと俺様が授けたものをよくも。
年寄りはそろそろ休む時間だ。すまない。それで銃の見た目は覚えてるか。
説明するのは難しい
It
です
really
が、
looks like a gun. Okay, so it's not a gun. Is it a gun?
ちょっと待ってくださいね。書いてみます。
gonna draw it. Crime scene specialist? What is this?
こんな感じでしょうか。
おお、わかりやすい絵だな。大したことはありません。
何か変なところが
No,
あり
no, no,
まし
your
たか。
drawing's
で
fine.
も
It's just the
こんな
subject.
感じで銃っぽくなかったんです。マレショーセファントム曰く射撃みたいな機能が確かに搭載されているそうですよ。
いや、特徴をよく捉えた絵だ。ナタのもので間違いないと思う。すまない。絵に集中してたんだ。
Admire it.
応援ありがとうございます。
Alright, there's a little bit of mystery going
俺
on.
たちは何もしてない。
いえ、わざわざ足を運んでくださいましたから。みんな作業を頑張っているので、私もそろそろ戻らないと。最後に旅人さん、お会いできて本当に嬉しかったです。またご協力いただけるのを楽しみにしていますね。
Something went missing, was stolen in
お前も気づ
in
いただ
Natlan.
ろ。あれは普通の銃じゃない。
It looked like mats.
ああ、古竜の遺跡から掘り出された年代物だろう。正確には
Like one of the mats.
銃というよりハンドキャノンに近いんだが、まあみんなが銃と呼んでるなら合わせよう。古竜の時代の謎の遺物、それに俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、例の密輸事件の捜査を逃れたものかもしれない。
Lol, somebody
アレ
left
メルモニアに
something
行っ
that's
て
smuggled.
確認してくる。
We don't need everybody.
助かる。早速出発してもいいが、
It's an excuse for us to go together, I guess.
仲間たちと挨拶したいならその後でも構わない。ここで待ってる。
Welcome. Oh. Would have been bad if I left already.
旅人、いらっしゃい。シュバルマラン AA ランドファミリーに加わる準備はできた？さて、相棒、パイモン。いよいよシュバルマラン AA ランド始動
Okay, so there's a story, and this is the actual like side
この
event,
AA ランドは
the mini
愛好
event.
家たちが作り上げたもので、スピナディロースらがその統括と設営、運営を任されてるの。
That makes sense. That makes
Demo.
sense.
みんなも何でもできるプロってわけじゃないし、普段はイベントブースのデザインだけを担当してる。私たちの役割は長期的な運営計画を立てて、基本的な行動を作
Strategy,
る
guys.
ことよ。長期経営計画、なんだか難しそうだぞ。オイラたちはいつも冒険してるし、お店を出したこともほとんどないのに、ちゃんとできるのかな。その息
Big
よ。
business.
さすが私の相棒。
We're not. We're billionaires, so that makes sense.
巻き起こしてきたのね。とにかくまずは AA ランドの基本情報を確認してみましょう。
There it is. Rule 3 is 3 events. There's the main logo.
見ての通り。
Oh, it's one of those
今の
things.
AA ランドは
Oh, we did this last year
まだ建設中
too
の
with the
エリアだらけ
potions.
だな。砂糖の入ってないマカロンみたいよね。うちで雇えるスタッフの数には限りがあるし、複雑なプロジェクトに対応できるほどの経験もないから。だからまずはスケジュールを決めようって思ったの。つまり時間帯を区切って特定の仕事に集中するの。 設備の改良、施設の拡張、スタッフの雇用、どれも資金と作業時間が必要なことよ。だからまずはそれぞれの運営サイクルで貴重な作業時間を一番価値のある仕事に振り分ける。お客さんが増えるにつれて資金が増えて仕事にも慣れていけば、1回のサイクルでもっと細かく作業時間を振り分けられるようになるはずよ。その頃にはもっといろんなことができるようになってる。
つまり判断できることも集中できることも限られてるから、うまくやれってことだな。限られた時間とモラを上手に使っていっぱいモラを稼いでみせるぜ。
You can just add to it, to be fair.
ボードゲームとかカードゲームみたいだな。まずは一番肝心な戦略を練っていこうぜ。だいたい分かった気がするぜ。お前はどうだ？うん、一緒に頑張ろうぜ。
Yeah, let's not get bogged down by this. We'll start with the worry stuff first.
基本以外のやり方もあるのか？
もちろん。
To go. Have a great stream. Alright, see you, bud. Have a good night.
人それぞれだもの。
Thanks for the talk. Yeah, enjoy that. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you as always.
来場者が道に迷って A ランドのエリアから出ちゃったり、備品の使い方を間違えて危ない目にあったりしちゃうかもでしょ。だからお客さんが困らないようにイベントごとの基本的な攻略法を考えてあげるの。
言われてみればアクシデントはいろいろありそうだよな。それに難しいステージはオイラたちくらい実力があるやつじゃないと楽にクリアできないもんな。
そういうこと。もちろん相棒を危険な目に遭わせるわけにはいかないから、すでにアトラクションが一通りチェックしてある
That
し
should be fine.
安全面の問題はないはずよ。あんたたちには一番最初に遊んでほしいって気持ちもあったの。感想やアドバイスもぜひ聞かせて。
さすがナビアだぜ。安心
We're the ones writing the game guides. Lamau.
あんたたちの意見楽しみにしてるよ。さあ、まずはカラフルアドベンチャーを存分に楽しんで最初の攻略法を作りましょう。
We leave. That's cool. It's one of those things, but come back. We'll come back. Ooh, Aoife.
参ったな。
マジかよ兄弟。
俺の真似してる場合かよ。
いや、友達を見かけたからつい。
Oh, the flying pet was arrested, huh?
お前たちもフォンテーヌに来たんだな。
お、あんたたちも来てたのか？なあ、いや、キーニチが例の密輸事件のためにフォンテーヌに来てるって話は聞いてたが。
情報が早いな。
なんせ初めての国外旅行で新聞に載ったやつだからな。
からかわないでくれ。俺がメインの記事じゃないだろ。
でも旅人とパイモンにまで会えるとはな。
イファ。
お？
いろんなとこ
Ask us for
ろを
help.
旅するから旅人なんだ。
ごもっともだ。
確かに。
さて、本題に戻ろう。何の話をしていたっけな。
なんでフォンテーヌに来てるかって話だろ。
野菜のためだ。
な？
野菜。
僕から話そう。シュバルマロン AA ランドだったか？
シュバルマランだろ。
ああ、また間違えた。シュバルマラン姉さん、ごめん。
姉さん。
とにかくそこのレストランからナタ産の野菜を至急調達したいと依頼を受けて、僕とイファが来ることになったんだ。
なるほど、野菜の配達に来たんだな。
俺は付き添いでな。こいつナタを離れるの初めてだろ。部族のじいちゃんばあちゃんたちが心配してついてこさせたんだ。
君だって初めてのくせに。
オロル
He's
よりは
escort.
心配ないって思われたんだろう。なんでだろうな。
つい最近まで働き詰めだった君を休ませるためだ。まさか気づいていなかったのか？
おっと、俺も孫扱いされてたのか。はあ、いくつだろうがこいつとしばら
I
く
would
一
want
緒
to
に
have
い
a
る
new
と
adventure.
子供扱いされちまうんだ。
いいことじゃないか？
もちろんいいこともあるけどな。じゃ改めて自己紹介を。俺はイファ、5歳だ。
5歳だ。
めちゃくちゃだぞ。そういえばカクークはどうしたんだ？あいつがここにいたら賑やかだっただろうな。
あいつは一緒じゃないんだ。はあ、心配だ。
大丈夫だイファ。君はもう大人だ。カクークがいなく
You're a
て
big
もう
boy.
まくやっていける。
心配なのはそこじゃない。まあいい。とにかくカクークを助けないと。カクークが大変なことになっちまったんだ。
あいつあんなにちっちゃくて言葉もろくに話せないのに。
Floated. He's arrested.
もしかして飛行物の法律か？
おう、あんたも同じ問題に引っかかったか？
ああ、アハウがな。
ああ、あのおしゃべりなやつか。珍しく口を挟んでこないと思ったら出てくるのを怖がってるんだな。
それもあるが、1日分の無駄話の限度を超えたから明日
Put him
ま
on
でミュー
mute.
トしておいた。
容赦ないな。
Good.
俺も
to
カ
have
ク
on a
ークを
pet.
縛り付けておけばよかったんだが、
You put it
な
on
かなか
mute.
できなくて。
マジかよ兄弟。
マジだよ、これ。
なんて言ってる場合じゃないな。カクークは警察隊に捕まっちゃったのか？
居場所がわかる分そっちの方がマシだった。警察隊に追われてこの建物に飛び込んでしまったんだ。今頃刑事物の永遠に出てくるようなスリリングな追いかけっこを繰り広げているかもしれない。
建物ってこれか？
ああ、一番高い建物を選ぶなんて
Oh, this
さす
building.
がカクークだ。
It's in the air right
僕
now.
も飛べることは飛べるが、窓を一つずつ確認するには時間がかかる。イファは竜の仲間がいないと高く飛べないんだ。すまない。
俺のせいじゃないだろ。なんで謝るんだ。
っていうか高く飛べるかどうか別に関係ないだろう。狩人に追い込まれた獲物が罠に飛び込んでしまったみたいな状況だな。宙を舞う書類と飛び交う弾をかき分け
Okay,
な
a
がら
barrage of gunfire.
必死に逃げる姿が目に浮か
When are
ぶ。
they gonna fire guns indoors?
カクークは素晴らしい竜だ。きっとうまく逃げおせるに違いない。
Awesome, sorry. He's all about it.
おいおい兄弟、マジで言ってんのか？
もちろんこんなことで嘘をついても仕方ない。
まあまあ、みんな素晴らしい竜じゃなくて素晴らしい人ってことでいいじゃないか。それより中に入ってカクークを探さないとな。
ああ、
Alright, let's go in.
代わりに見てくる。
いいのか？助かるぜ。
もしカクークが言うことを聞かなかったら羽毛を2本ほどむしってもいい。
なんでお前が決める？
じゃあ君が決めてくれ兄弟。
わかった。カク
いや
ーク
カッパ
を
ですよね
持たなかったら羽毛を2本むしってもいい。
もしカクークが文句を言ってきたら僕たちがやれと言ったと言ってくれ。
文句は言わないだろうさ。
Alright, here we go. Oh. Not this way.
いつも通りだね。月始めの数日はいつ何の音かな。中で喧嘩でもしてる？
Wait.
ヌビレット様の執務室から何やら不穏な音が。入って確認した方がいいでしょうか。
Oh, you had to call him.
ナタから来たってこいつが言ったのか？
いや、言葉自体はわかるが、どうも意味が。
おいおい。
そのセリフもう
兄
何
弟
回も聞かされたよ。
ん？知り合いか？
知人の竜だぞ。
すぐに主が見つかってよかった。おかげで落とし物の書類が1枚減ったな、ヌビレットさん。ところで旅人、ヌビレットさんに何か用かい？こっちの話は済んだし、俺がいない方が良ければ先に失礼するよ。
いや、リオセセリ殿の職務とも関係があるかもしれない。私の記憶が
How
正
does
しけ
he
れば、
know?
そ
So
ちらの
good.
方は先日の密輸事件裁判で証人として出廷したキーニチ殿だろう。あの件について何か疑問でも？
さすが最高審判官。鋭いな。
キーニチ、ヌビレットと知り合いなのか？でも裁判の時は他の審判官だったって言ってなかったか？
お互い新聞に載ってたからな。
Photo in the
そ
paper.
ちらは
こちらはリオセセリ殿、レロティレ
Risley.
要塞、フォンテーヌの監獄の責任者だ。事件に関する内容なら聞かれても問題ない。
よろしく。ほう、なかなかうまいじゃないか。けど、カクークはこの場にいて大丈夫かい？
Oh, no.
決して口外はしないと言っているようだ。ただし後ほど秘密保持契約を結んでもらう。では話を聞こう。
Awesome, sorry.
キーニチ殿、事件について気になることがあれば遠慮なく言ってくれ。
分かった。
レピーヌ・ポーリーンが描いたのとそっくりだぞ。あいつ本当に絵がうまかったんだな。
この銃がこの前の密輸事件でフォンテーヌに渡ってきたものだとすれば、容疑者を一人見逃してるってことだな。
その通り。
分かった。キーニチ殿、迅速な対応に感謝する。すぐにマレショーセ・ファントムに調査させよう。
You gotta help out though, no?
まずは収監された犯人を当たってみるのがいいだろう。リオセスリ殿、
囚人の尋問許可書に署名しとくよ。
よろしく頼む。
今日がパレメルモニアから諸々の知らせが出される日じゃなくてよかったぜ。銃のことが外部に漏れずに済んだ。
フォンテーヌにはもう数日滞在する予定だ。調査に進展があったら、あるいは俺にできることがあればいつでも知らせてくれ。
オイラたちレピーヌ・ポーリーンのイベントを手伝う予定なんだ。また新しいことが分かったら知らせに来るぜ。
ああ、助かる。 残る問題は
こいつのセリフには驚かされるばかりだ。一体誰から教わったんだ？ほう、なるほどな。
架空区君についてだが、規定に基づき、まずは飛行物体に当
That's
た
a
るかどうか
flying
判断
object.
す
He's
る
an
必要が
animal,
ある。
though.
また先ほど話した通り、契約書にも署名してもらわねばならない。ただ、関連書類の作成には少々時間がかかる。
それまで架空区にはここに残ってもらう必要がありそうだな。構わないか？
礼を言う。おかげで手間が省けた。
じゃあ俺たちはこれで。
Sorry, give me 1 second. Alright, anyway. I might as well get some health while I'm here. Oh, I was moving.
架空区を見つけたぞ。
あいつ無事か？ひどい目に遭ってなかったか？マジかよ。架空区を連れて戻らなかった時点で覚悟をしてる。
He's gonna get cooked
そ
up.
う落ち込まないでくれ、リファ。架空区は立派な建物の中での暮らしが気に入っただけかもしれない。子供は成長するものだし、子供にも選ぶ権利がある。
おいおい兄弟、マ
Oh,
ジで言ってんのか？
ちょっと待てよ。早とちりするなって。
It's people we know,
架空
so.
区は怪我一つないし、むしろ元気いっぱいだぞ。
逮捕されたわけじゃないから牢に入れられることもない。
ほらな。
いや、余計不安になってきたが。
で、悪い知らせは、まあ悪いってほどでもないけど、架空区は機密情報に触れたから秘密保持の書類にサインしないといけないらしいんだ。それでしばらくパレメルモニアに残ることになった。でも心配いらないぞ。架空区と一緒にいるやつらはすごく優しいからな。
ふう、確かに悪い知らせとは言えないな。安心したぜ。
架空区が戻ってくる頃には飛行物の禁止期間も終わってるはずだ。
あいつには悪いが、先に観光する
Have
しか
some
な
fun
いな。
without him. Oh
全然悪い
no!
と思って
Yeah,
な
exactly.
さ
That's
そう
what
な
I'm saying.
顔だぞ。
とにかく世話になったな。俺たちはホテルドゥボールに泊まってるから、何かあれば来てくれ。
これで架空区の件も一段落だな。二人ともまたな。
Alright, that ends that. Act 1. Act 2 is probably already available. I wonder. Yeah, it is. Part of me wants to end it now since nobody's here anyway, but because I started late. Yeah, let's just farm it up. No, I'll call it a night after this. Alright guys. Go to stream again. I got distracted with chess. I played like 2 hours of it before the stream started. I was like, oh, I could potentially actually have a good time, but not. That was the worst combo I've done yet. Holy crap. Holy crap, that's bad. Yeah, we'll finish everything tomorrow. That's the plan, at least. What really needs to happen is that I need Chongyun leveled. Gotta go farm a little bit somewhere. Some mats. He's actually a good guy to have leveled for future Imaginariums, I think. I'm gonna change my stream title, so I'm literally just starting it. So the VOD is correct. Okay. That was kind of perfect, that combo. I need to condense pretty bad. Again. Alright, let's call it. Let's call it... I ended a bit earlier. Myself a bit more time. All right, cool. Alrighty. Hopefully this helps my sleep schedule. But yeah, with that said, that's gonna be it for today's stream. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you guys are from. Just have a great day in general. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Genshin. It's gonna be a good time. All right, take care, stay safe, all good stuff. Bye.